This pocket, people are gonna lose their fucking minds over it.
Because we have to adjust this panel.
Yeah.
It looks a little matrixy, if that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass is what it is. Yeah, we had some challenges. I mean, I think the hardest thing, trying to balance weight for features. You want to give more functionality with the bag, but for Fyro, our number one design principle is keeping things light. Adding 2 zippers into every compartment. Great, because it means that you can switch the side that you want for, you know, access, and you can also lock compartments. But double zipper heads equals double the weight. Another challenge we had was just like different opinions on the team. And everyone's got so much experience making bags, and that's not always easy because sometimes Mr. Quang will have a killer idea and I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea, but we'll have to say that one for the next bag, you know? So that's always a challenge. I feel like the top of the bag is such wasted opportunity for real estate. Because if you think about it, gravity. You put things in your bag, they fall to the bottom. But here at the top, this space is rarely ever used. So we really focused on making sure that this top space could be used, but used effectively. It's like, for instance, on this top tech pocket, you're gonna have a lot of weight in here if you're putting the mouse and the adapter, right? So we had to ensure that this pocket could be supported and built into this zipper basically. So it means that when you close this pocket, this structure right here, because of what's happening in the back panel, is holding this pocket upright so it's not collapsing into itself. The laptop that you carry is like 10x the cost of your backpack, right? It's your most important piece of gear. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm on the road traveling at all times with my laptop. I cannot have that break on me. I cannot have the screen crack on me. It's non-negotiable. My bag needs to be a bunker for my laptop, and that's what we made the Citta to be. So this is the back panel of the Founders Edition version of the T22, but our philosophy for tech protection is pretty consistent. Tech protection really comes down to 2 things. It's padding. You gotta make sure there's just padding on both sides, which we have 5 layers of padding on the back, plus its own well-padded sleeve on the front. But that padding doesn't do the job by itself. You have to also make sure the bottom of the laptop is elevated, right? Otherwise, when the bag hits the ground, laptop gets destroyed. So we ensure that our laptop sleeves are always elevated. It's called a false bottom. And that padding isn't just for the back and for the front, also the sides. It actually, now that I'm thinking of it, it reminds me, like in the States in middle school, we used to do these experiments in science class to protect the egg when you dropped it. And you just want to make sure the egg is protected from all angles. I feel so bad for people who have to deal with an uncomfortable backpack. What's the point of any of this if the bag isn't a joy to wear? So that's why the comfort of our bags is always the primary starting point. And this is achieved from multiple layers, from hardest to softest, to make sure that we achieve ultimate padding for comfort, ventilation. As you can see, we got these 3D cutouts. So there's plenty of room for airflow. No backpack is going to feel like an AC unit on your back, but a ventilated back panel like this is going to give you the best shot, for sure. This is different though, you know, like what works on a back panel doesn't always work on the shoulder straps, because again, we want structure, but you don't want as much structure as the back panel. And the way we accomplish that is by putting a bit of EVA on the outside for that structure, a nice chunky amount of PU on the inside, and then our secret weapon is the Neo Lycra lining, which creates our self-described marshmallowy effect. It's like a memory mattress foam. I understand the value of having 2 water bottle holders on a backpack, but if you have a water bottle holder on one side and a key pocket on the other side, you're training yourself, right? And then you're not even thinking about it. It's almost subconscious that you know, right shoulder swing, I'm gonna grab my keys. Right shoulder swing, grab my wallet. Left shoulder swing, grab the water bottle, right? That's what we try to do, is develop these almost subconscious systems, or create a pathway that you can develop these subconscious systems that make it easier to use the bag. I've reviewed a couple backpacks in my day, and a lot of these back pockets, they're A, very tight, and B, very small. You might see them done to about here, and the thought is from the bag maker, oh, well, it's a wallet pocket, so we need to make it wallet size. The problem is then the human hand doesn't fit in there when you're trying to retrieve the wallet. So if you want a dopamine rush, imagine how good it feels to actually grab the things that you need to grab. That's why this is one of the tallest back wallet pockets I've ever seen, and that gives it a little bit of flexibility, so you can actually slide your hand in there to grab whatever you're stored in there. An end game bag is the last bag you'll potentially ever need to buy. It's kind of specific. It has to do certain things to achieve end game-ness. Because it's got to be a perfect EDC, but also it needs to be a perfect travel bag, right? Hence the end game. So it needs to be a certain size. It can't be too big or too small, right? Because you're using it for both. It has to have certain feature sets. The game that it ends is your search for another backpack. The game's over.